I can't help thinking, somewhere in the universe, there has to be something better than man. Has to be. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ascension to 10.
All right. Here we are.
Hey,
We're here for a special episode. We have a special guest. We have two special guests, but we have our first one, right?
all right.
We have the wonderful Peri, my mother, joining us because we're having a special episode about mothers and movies. We're very excited.
Mom movies.
Welcome, Peri.
Mom movies?
Mom movies.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
movies that you
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
about us. We've prepped you with 4 different questions regarding 4 or 5, I can't remember, about movies.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. How are you, Peri?
I'm doing well.
How are you,
I'm
Mom?
really doing well. Just hit me with a question.
Good.
We're going right into it.
Yeah.
We're jumping right into it. Okay. Peri, what is your favorite movie or movies?
It would have to be something about Adeline. Something about Adeline.
Is that the Blake Lively
Yes,
movie you're talking
yes, that one, and Somewhere
Okay.
in Time. And my scariest movie of my whole life was The Shaggy Dog, because I didn't understand how a man, as a child, could turn into a dog.
about?
Wow, that sounds spooky.
Oh,
It was
okay.
pretty hard
It does
for
sound
a
spooky.
4-year-old or 3-year-old at the time to figure out. They shouldn't have taken me to the theater because I just hid under the seat. I was scared to death when tufts of hair started coming out of this man.
It's a formative movie experience
It
for you.
reminds
Then.
me of yeah. That reminds me of when I one time I was watching Freddy Krueger was on,
Oh,
and I was just sitting in front of it as a 4-year-old, just like.
was that a babysitter? That
What
wasn't
is
me.
happening? Well, I don't know.
No,
Somebody put me in front of the
no.
TV with Freddy Krueger.
Oh my goodness.
Probably as a babysitter.
Oh my goodness.
So
The
those are
second
all
question we had
old
for you
movies.
is-
Perry, do you
Yeah,
have any
right.
recent movies that you?
Yeah, what's a recent
Like a
movie you
lot?
like?
Magic Mike.
That's
Something with quality and
Well, yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue with
a lot
that.
of substance.
I'm trying to think of how many times you probably. We have a theater room in your house, and I think every time someone came to your house when that movie came out on
Yeah, I might
like
have
DVD,
overplayed
I
that
think
one a
you had
bit.
them come down.
Yeah, bring it down, girlfriend. I know. Right now, one of my favorite would probably be. I just saw it. Jane Fonda, not Jane. Yeah, Jane Fonda. No, all the seniors. Oh, I'm going blank. Not
Oh,
Sunflowers.
was Morgan
It's-
Freeman in that one?
No. God darn it.
It's the one with all the old
Yes,
ladies
at
in
the
it.
nursing
like,
home.
Diane Keaton in
Yes.
it too? She wearing her
And
pantsuit?
Curtin. No. It was
No, she's not.
no. Wait. No, you guys
Susan Sarandon.
you're dealing with old
in it?
people. Give me a chance. Anne Margaret is in it.
Who's Anne Margaret?
James Caan.
Oh, okay.
And I can't think of the name. I wish somebody would Google it for me because I can't think.
I'm looking at Jane Fonda's IMDb, and her recent.
It's not James
Um,
Fonda. It would be Anne
oh.
Margaret. Anne Margaret and Jane Curtin were in it, and James Caan, and it's all about a senior living place.
Let's see, Jane Curtin.
Jane-
Queen Bees.
Yes.
Godmothered. Queen Bees.
love that. That's a great comedy. I would
Queen Bees?
suggest it for a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
people. Yep, very good.
Never,
Let's go.
never
Should we
heard
put
of
it
it.
on the Ascension to 10 list?
Cool.
Well, yeah, it's not a sci-fi, so I'm not sure you're going to get a lot of hits, but it's reality. Trust me, it will hit you too.
Oh, I believe it. I guess we could put Cocoon on. That's kind of a similar thing, right? With
I forgot.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
another movie I like. Was Batteries Not Included?
Oh yeah,
I think Spencer and
remember
I
you
used to
talking about
watch that.
That's a sci-fi
That
one.
was a cool kind of a. I think it was like
That's
a
the Forrest
sleeper.
Whitaker one, right?
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have Forrest Whitaker in it? Yeah, I remember that one.
That was
It
really
has the little robots.
Yeah, with
from
these little
space.
and there's people that try to hang on to the little apartment building or something
Yep. Yeah, they're trying to hold on to it
in the
and
middle
these
of
robots
Metro
help
New York
kinda, like,
City, and
rebuild stuff.
yeah, I
Yep,
thought that was
that's
pretty
right.
cool. But
Yeah.
your favorite, well, I made you watch, was
Yeah.
probably Sound of Music. Boy, these are old.
My favorite?
Well, it was my favorite, so I made my family watch Sound of Music.
Oh yeah,
And we
that's
also
true.
watched
Yeah, I remember.
the
watching.
Swiss Family Robinsons,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which
we
is
watched
not,
that like
God,
I
I'm
mean,
going back in
we
time.
used to watch that like every year.
But yeah, every Christmas we used to go to Graham's, and she had all VCR tapes, so we go, okay, we'll watch it again about this family that gets on an island and learns to make all the stuff themselves and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
But-
I mean that's a good movie.
Yeah. But I think
Is
the
that-
best one for you was probably Top Gun. I mean, that was like
Oh yeah. Yeah.
every. I think every generation likes that still, and I'm
Yep.
really anxious
Yep.
for the new one. I think that'll be good too.
What do you think it's gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be
I
good?
hope so. Well, Lady Gaga's got a theme song on it, so it's got to be good.
Instant hit.
Well, no,
Straight-
because she had they're already buzz about whatever song she sings on it is going to be like what she did in the what was the other one? She got the
Right.
Stars Born.
Are you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, Star
yeah.
is Born.
I think it's
Yeah,
in
that's a
that
good one.
realm, I believe. So I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to
I was
that.
trying to think of. Yeah, I was trying to think of. Top Gun was obvious because I think there was days where I would just rewind that over and over and over and over and watch
Rewind.
it. And we talked
boy,
about that.
kind. Yes.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, the other one I kept thinking of is, that came to mind was Fern Gully. I remember watching that
Oh
a
yeah.
lot, and then Rescuers Down Under. That was the other one.
Wow. Yeah.
That was one of my favorites as well. That was my favorite Disney movie
Yeah.
for sure.
When did you guys see? Is it Crouching Tiger?
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I saw that with you in
That's what I
theaters.
thought.
I remember that.
I just remember that was the
And
first
Simon
time I
Burke.
saw that ability to leap from building to building
Oh
more
yeah,
fast, and I was like, "What the heck is going on?" It was a little fakey,
it's parkour.
but I
Yeah.
went with it. I had to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You weren't going to storm out of the theaters for being.
Well, no, it just freaked me out
fakey.
that they were. It was like at rapid speed. They were bouncing off one Asian roof to another, and I'm like, "What
Yeah.
the heck?"
Yep.
It's pretty cool though.
I remember that being a big deal at the time.
It was. It was like the
those kind
first
of
one to
stunts.
take it to the next level of
Yeah.
like triple somersaults and land.
Well, it also was one of the first kind of like Chinese films. 'cause It
Mainstream
was all
type things.
dubbed, wasn't it? I don't think it had
It wasn't
English.
dubbed.
I think it
Oh
was.
yeah, we had to
Yeah.
read
It
it
was
in English.
subtitles.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
It was. It was in their language. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
I was
that in a
thinking
long
on
time.
PBS. Don't you
Well,
guys remember some special ones on that? Don't you want to be my neighbor?
Well, like I remember watching Captain America. It was not Captain America. Captain 11.
Oh, Captain
Captain 11, yeah, yeah.
11. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Helloland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Captain 11.
Wow. I just
I think
remember.
I was on that show. I think I was on an episode actually.
I
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got to be on it once, but they never said my name for the jewels. They
Oh.
flip on these.
Mhm.
This is for Joey and Lori and Mary, and I'm like, yeah, they're not going to see Perry. Never. They didn't.
If everyone's wondering, so Captain 11 was this local guy that kind of did local
in a real
local
spaceship
kids show.
spacesuit with
Yeah.
a captain's hat, like he's going into outer space, to the outer limits. You are Captain 11 with the power.
Well, he did that for 50
Oh,
years.
something like that. A long time.
Wow.
But yeah,
Wow.
Yeah,
that was
it was
fun.
educational, right? It was geared towards kids, I think, right? And you learned.
Oh, it's totally. I mean,
stuff.
it was for me. I was with him in the '60s, so that was like the only kids show you had on like 3 channels. So
Yeah.
after school,
Yeah.
there was 1 hour of having fun, watching these cartoons and having prizes, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good old days.
I remember.
Do you
remember any
watch
movies?
Kilo News,
go ahead.
Perry?
Yes,
Or are you
I
a
still do.
KSFY person? Yep.
No, I still end up wanting to go there just because the voices and stuff are familiar to me. I think that's the main reason. And then the other
Yep.
3 consolidated, to one.
There's no KDLT anymore?
No, it's all Fox.
Oh.
It's Dakota News Now, and it's KSFY, KDLT, and Fox
Wow.
combined to one local
Oh wow.
instead of being in
didn't know that.
competition with one another. So we only have 2 local stations.
I never knew anyone that watched
All the
KDLT, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
Well,
You're
yeah.
You're either
we
a
were kind
Kilo
of that.
person or a KSFY
Right.
household.
Well, it was kind of like ABC or NBC, I think. Or
CBS, I think. Yeah.
CBS, yeah. That's Survivor, right?
CBS.
Yep.
Because down here now we watch NBC News.
Say
I do too on national news. Lester Holt. I really
Yep.
like him.
Yep. We're a big.
Reminds me of a
NBC.
new Walter Cronkite, and that's the way it is. He doesn't tip his
The
hand.
way it is.
He doesn't say, I don't feel like he tells you politically which way he feels.
Yep.
Okay, what else was it?
And then the next one we had was in movies you remember us watching as family, which you talked about Swiss Family.
That
Robots,
was
and see if there's
Probably one of the main ones. Wizard of Oz? Did you watch that?
maybe. I remember one time we were talking about. Usually Christmas is when we watch movies as a
Oh
family.
yeah.
And one of the times we watched Blade on Christmas Eve.
Did I watch that? I probably fell asleep.
I don't know if you did or not,
Yeah.
but I'm sure all the guys.
Oh,
in
that's
the
probably
family
what it
did.
was. Well, you guys did a lot of movies, so you would go to the theater.
Yeah.
And I would.
Yep.
That wasn't really my shtick. So, yeah. But we
Yeah.
watched like the Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah.
The classics. I mean, you had to. And
Yep.
what was the one with the BB gun?
Christmas Story.
Yes, I mean,
Christmas Story. Yeah.
those were pretty much locked in every year.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
a Wonderful Life. I think we ended up watching some of those too.
I hate that one, but
I do too.
I'm
It's
sure
a lot-
we watched it a few
wah-wah.
times.
But anyway, sorry. Am I doing okay?
Doing
yeah,
great.
you're doing great. The other questions the other things we sent you were just funny stories about me, and then if you had any funny stories about the 2 of us that you remember,
Well,
whatever stories.
no, you guys were the most awesome guys in band. Back then, you were a trumpet player,
Obviously,
and he was a drummer.
I was a trumpet
And
player to
then
start.
when you got big, they just said, "Oh no, you can't have a trumpet. You have to be a tuba player." And you're like, "Well, I don't really want to be a tuba." And they're like, "Well, you're the biggest one in the class. You're going to carry this tuba."
That was very true.
And
That's
it was,
exactly
and
Yep.
you were like looking at him like, "Okay, I guess so. Why not?" And
Did you play
then
trumpet in,
I do. I
middle
think
school,
I
right?
remember your 12th birthday at the go-kart place.
Ah, yeah,
Jordan
with
was
the
there.
bus.
Oh,
The
yeah.
school
On the
bus, right?
bus, they had
On
a
the bus?
party
Hell
bus that
yeah.
didn't move.
Hell
But,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you had pizzas on it, and you guys, Bryan,
Yeah, that was fun.
Howie. It was an interesting group of young men.
Yeah.
But
Hell
you guys
yeah.
had a lot of fun. I thought that was one of the best parties ever. For you.
Yeah, that was. I have fond memories of
We
that.
got
I also
those,
remember we had a birthday party for you, and we had a swim. I think we had the swim party at our old place, and we had an outdoor pool. In the summer, well, you were born in April, right around Shrine Circus, always around the Shrine Circus time when they came.
Went to circus a
And
lot.
I
Yeah.
put a balloon on the outside of our mailbox so that people would know where the party was. And this lady came in and, we had a little bit of wine for the moms that hung around. And you guys were all swimming, and she was there like 2.5 hours, and her daughter seemed a lot younger than you guys. And then she said, "Oh my God, I'm at the wrong birthday party, I think." After she'd had like 2 glasses of wine and had been there 2 hours, and this little girl had been swimming with you guys out in the pool. She was having a blast, and then they realized they were at the wrong place. But only at our house would that happen.
Classic.
Yeah.
Hey, sure, come on in. Yeah, we got lots of food. Sure, come on in. And she was totally mortified because she realized her daughter was supposed to be at one who had a balloon up the way at a different house, so out in the country. But well, whatever.
Yeah, that's a good story.
It happens.
I remember, and maybe it was that party, but it was one of Spencer's birthday parties.
I know what you're gonna say. I think about Green.
Oh, was that a birthday party? I thought that was just a party where he ran
just
into
a
the door.
party. I don't end of year.
It was just a party that he ran in.
So painful to think of. But
We have
would have
this-
been a ridiculousness now.
Yeah. We had this friend, Rob, and he
Macho Man. Oh. Sorry.
I don't know, he was going to do
At
this.
the time, he was a very athletic, hyper kid, fun kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the time, he wanted to do this really long run up and cannonball into the pool or something, and
Yes, he
there's
did.
as there tends to be a sliding glass door to the back.
Yeah,
this was
I
in
had
the back
washed
porch
it that
of the
day, so
pool,
it was
and-
excellent.
yeah.
Actually, so clean he didn't know it was shut.
Yep. Just ran full steam right into
Oh.
the door.
With his head
break the
down,
Full steam.
and I heard the bounce. He flew back 10 feet. He tried
I think it popped the screen door off.
everything, and
just, like, the
well, it
glass
didn't break
kinda, like,
the
bowed and then
glass or
fired him
anything.
back.
But he tried to shake it off like,
Mhm.
no big deal. And he had to be hurting like crazy. But
That sliding glass door, I remember multiple people just smacking right into it. Adults
well, I'm so
and
glad I
children
was
alike.
so good at
I don't
cleaning
know
windows because
why.
I really am into cleaning. Not
Um,
anyway. And
One of
Jack
my-
was always very,
What?
very quiet. He would say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and he wouldn't just get in your fridge like some of your other friends. Like,
They just raid all the
what's his name?
yogurts, drink all your drinkable yogurt.
What was his name? Or we can't say.
Talking
his
about
name.
Brad.
Yes,
Brad.
Brad took all these healthy drinks I had and killed him in one night, and I'm like, what? But he called me Pretty Perry,
Yeah.
so I guess it's okay.
Pretty Perry.
He would eat yogurts and then he would eat all your clam chowder.
Well,
too.
and he didn't ask. He just whatever's there is there. But I am open. I don't care what you guys eat. It's fine. It's fine.
Sure.
One of the I will never forget
Uh.
sleeping over at your guys' house, and every time we would sleep over in the main kitchen living room area. If
Oh
that's
yeah,
where we
the
stayed,
big room, the ground room. Yeah.
I just always remembered the birds chirping
Oh, I
and
had an
waking us up and
aviary.
I
stuff.
love birds.
Yeah,
And they get up early.
yeah.
Just constantly.
yeah.
Chirp, chirp,
What-
chirp, chirp.
Were those canaries or what were
They're
those? They were little
lovebirds.
yellow things. Oh, lovebirds.
They were lovebirds, and then we had some finches too. But we really had lovebirds, and they loved each other, so we had a lot of birds.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll always remember those birds.
yeah. Well, it was not so fun to clean. I had to get in there, and that wasn't fun. So we don't have them anymore. We let them free. No. We donated it
Yeah.
to a nursing home, and
Very nice.
so it kept going. Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. I let them go in South Dakota. Go parrots. Let's see what happens.
Any other stories, Mom?
I don't know, just the Tippy one, but I'm not going to go there.
The Tippy. Wow.
The dog that I tried to cremate that didn't go well, but that's a whole nother episode. We'll talk about that another time.
Perry, one of my earliest memories of your house and you actually
Okay.
was I loved your pigs, the Timon
my
and
pet
Tinkerbell.
pigs, yeah.
I
Live
freaking
pigs.
loved those pigs. Timon especially, because he would just get so grumpy and stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
hilarious. And then I thought it was so funny and epic to see, because you guys lived out of town on this acreage, and coming down the highway, seeing Tinkerbell just out in one of the fields, just out in the middle of a field across the street, and just chilling out in this field. But one of my earliest memories about you was coming over one time and you feeding the pigs licorice.
Oh yeah.
And I just thought that was epic.
Well, and
so
they
awesome.
like pop rocks. That was the fun part. I was going to put them to Frank Sinatra music when they had the pop rocks, because they go da, 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 da. I don't know. It would have been good, but it was before all the cell phone stuff. But yeah, pop rocks. And I came home one day, and there was a roll of toilet paper from the bathroom in the back all the way to the kitchen through the family room. He had pulled the whole string of toilet paper all around the house, like he was so bored that he decided he was just going to entertain himself. And he had gotten into my pantry on the third. He bumped open the door with his nose, opened up the pantry, and got the peanut butter on the third shelf with the Cheerios. And that was really a mess. It was not good. But he was very happy. And he never pooped or anything in the house. He went outside, so he was better than a dog.
Wait. I mean, they learned how to open up if you left the glass door open,
they bumped that open.
Or like the front door. Yeah, like a glass door.
Yeah.
I guess we should say to
pop it open.
the audience, these were two African potbelly pigs, right?
Vietnamese.
Or Vietnamese potbelly pigs.
We must be politically correct.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Oh, sure.
No, they were back when George Clooney got his Vietnamese potbelly pig. I had mine. Mine outlived his. It was one of the oldest Vietnamese potbelly pigs. I think he was 17 when he passed away, and my vet said most pigs don't get to see the light of day after 3 years, probably, but he had a very good life.
Yeah, those pigs
I
are
really
awesome.
loved them.
Yeah,
they're underappreciated.
Tinkerbell was one that you actually saved, because didn't they think she wasn't gonna live?
I got her at 10 days old, and I said I was having trouble feeding her because every time I'd feed her at night with the bottle and hold her, she'd scream, and the vet said most pigs don't hold their babies. You might try putting her on the ground and just put the bottle down.
Yeah.
Amazing. She quit screaming and quit going.
You couldn't Google it back then, so you didn't know what you were doing.
I know. It was my first time pig mother.
Yeah. He used to sleep with me. Tinkerbell used to sleep with me.
Yeah, I know. With
There's
an
pictures of
Afghan.
me sleeping with her.
A blanket.
Yeah.
We have a very nice picture of that. Actually, our little potbelly got a little big.
I remember, that's with you, right? Like curled up, Spenny, right?
Yeah.
Except that he's smaller than the pig almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like 80.
I overfed
like
her. I'm not going to lie.
Pig.
I never denied her anything.
Yep.
Oh, were we supposed to be talking about movies?
No, that's fine.
No.
The only reason I ever wanted
all
the
about-
potbelly pig, though, was from Green Acres. And if you don't know what that is, there was a show
Green
that
Acres
had
is the
Arnold,
to be
and they had
farm
this
living in.
pig on there. And, and that's why I always wanted that pig. And then they finally came out with one that stayed allegedly little.
How come you don't? Why don't you get one now?
We travel too much. They're not really good jumping in and out of Jeeps. You have to put a ramp or something. Hydro lift. Nah. I'm over it. Been there, done that.
Huh? Fair enough. Well, that's good. I appreciate that. That's all good stuff. That's some funny stories. I assume at some point we'll have to get you back on to talk about the Tippy story, because that.
Well, yeah. That's just a whole dissertation.
That's all.
In itself.
That's a long one.
Yeah. But I do love animals. That's for sure. Dead or alive.
Well, yeah, we'll have to preface that with she loves animals.
Just keeping them alive is a problem.
Gosh.
Well, I think that's a sufficient. it'll keep the audience coming back for
Okay.
sure. They're going to want to hear
good.
that.
Yeah, for sure.
Dot.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Well, thanks, Mom. I appreciate you getting on with us and chatting about it.
Hey, I've learned more about you guys on this podcast thing than I have ever known in my life about your basketball and there's just so many things. The cheer for tuba. There's just a lot of things I've learned I didn't know.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't have been involved in those things.
Not directly.
From the outside.
No. Yeah. I saw them at the time and went, oh, that's so cool. They do a chant now. I didn't know us from church camp. That's interesting. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you go.
All right. Thanks, Peri.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, Mom.
Bye-bye. Okay, well, that was part 1 of the show, and now we'll transition to part 2. It's my pleasure to introduce our second guest. This is real. We're doing this. This is the one. So.
Oh, okay.
This is no edits, no redos. This is it. Okay, it's my great pleasure to introduce my mom this time. My mom, Lori, has joined us for the Mother's Day special. Welcome to the show, Ma.
Thank you, Jordan. It's nice to be here. Thanks for having me, you guys.
Yep, this is a great show so far. We just sat down with Peri, and now we're here with my mom, Lori. And so we were talking about movies. Obviously, this is the Ascension to 10 podcast, so we talk about movies here. So
I don't have any headphones. I feel like I don't feel like I'm part of the gang.
We can hear you great if you can hear us. This is perfect.
You need Captain 11 headphones or something. I don't think I'm in the group.
That's funny. We were talking about Captain 11. We just got done talking about Captain 11
last night.
Yeah.
See? That is it. Captain 11.
Yeah.
Because you guys were born like a few days apart. I mean, you guys are just a few days apart in age. So it's like Captain 11 was the rage back then. Remember? And he held you too. I mean, you had to hold all the babies. You know, it was one of those. Great stuff.
Yeah. For the audience, we're not making this up. This literally, we just finished a conversation about Captain 11, and we launched straight into a Captain 11 story here. But
you can't make this up, right? You can't plan this. It's too good.
I remember a picture of me there. So was I on the show at one point, or was it just kind of an audience thing?
You're on twice. Yes, in
fact,
wow.
Twice. That's big time.
Yeah, he came up to me and said, "Can I hold your baby?" And I said, "Okay." And you were like a week old. I'm like, anyway. So
look at this baby. Look at this baby.
Yeah.
Look at this baby.
Exactly.
Look at this baby, everyone.
Because he was a celebrity, you know. It's like one of those Mr. Captain 11. Yeah, he can do anything, whatever you want, sir. You know, one of those things.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
It was exciting.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about it.
It was Captain 11 and Gigglebees. That was
Gigglebees. Yes.
And he was so cute. He zoomed around on that tricycle, and he brought your food, and he talked to you and stuff. He was so cool. That was the best.
You know, I do kind of associate those two things.
Yeah.
When I think about
I don't know why,
Falls,
but those
Captain 11 and Gigglebees.
Yes. If you didn't go to Captain 11 and do the magic buttons or the dials or whatever, the colored wheels or numbers or jewels, the colored jewels, that was what had to, you could turn the jewel. Yep.
Yep.
So good.
Yep. And for the audience, Gigglebees was this local pizzeria arcade, and for a long time it was the only one in Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
And it was this big open cafeteria type seating where they served pizza, and this remote controlled large coyote puppet thing would come out on a track and deliver the pizzas. There were no waiters. But there was this homie in a booth talking to you. He was on this like ancient RC radio control booth system in the other side of the restaurant. When he talked to you, and then
he always trash talk too.
Oh yeah, he would trash talk. He wouldn't take anything either. He was.
And if it was your birthday, forget it, boy. He was bad.
But then the other half of it was this arcade with just ancient machines, and there was bumper cars inside, right?
Good spark at the top,
and then
sparking up there.
And then eventually there was laser tag in the basement. That came later, but I'll never forget those nasty looking stuffed animals that were hanging from the ceiling. You remember that? Where you were eating, and there were just these fucking nasty ass, dusty old stuffed animals that looked like they were hung, right? Lynched up from the ceiling. But they were just displayed, right? Yeah.
That's a perfect way to put it.
Just decades of detritus up on the ceiling. There was zero effort to clean those ever.
Brother.
But
Gosh,
yeah, that was a
good
great
old
place.
days.
Yep.
Yeah, we kept coming back. So.
Kept going back. Yeah, well, that was the only game in town, right?
Only game in town. Yeah.
And what we do it too, boy. Yeah. The game.
Yeah. Okay.
Man.
So, all right. Well, the first question we have for you, Ma, is can you think of a favorite movie of yours, either from a kid or that might still be your favorite movie, or maybe you've seen a movie recently that you like more than others, or do you have one in mind?
Well, I do, because, when I was a kid, my favorite TV shows, were Mr. Ed and Lassie. So that pretty much ties into my favorite movie of all time, which is Babe.
I knew it. I knew that was going to be it.
Love Babe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
So much.
Yep.
And I feel the same way every time I watch it. I could watch it 10 times in a row, and I'd feel the exact same way every time. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm an animal lover, so that's why I like the animal shows, movies. When you name it, there's animals in it, I'm there.
Yep. We there was a second one, right? Babe in the City or something.
Oh, that's right.
When he goes to
there
was New York or something.
Second ones are never as good as that first one.
Yeah.
That was probably a straight to VHS.
Exactly. Yes. So Babe was so good. Anyway, I relate to Babe, but so that's my favorite.
Yep.
That. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I mean that must have
our daughter just saw that for the first time too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Now that being a dad, now you get to watch the movies that you used to watch as a kid.
Did you like
see if they like it. So. Oh yeah, she loved it. So.
Oh. Yeah, it just is like it's just you can't really describe it, because it isn't something that you can describe, because you just feel so good in it that when it's over, you're like feeling good again.
Yeah.
You're still feeling good.
Yep.
No, just from start to finish.
Yep. Loosely, it's about this pig, this small pig, that gets found at a farm or something. I can't remember how it ends up at this farm, but this sheep herding farm, and there's this prized border collie that does sheep herding, and it gets hurt or something, and the pig has to step in, and
The contest.
The contest, yeah. There's the sheep herding contest. And
dog's deaf. He's deaf.
That's right. Yeah.
He can't hear.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've watched it recently.
Yeah, right.
So we're kind of going in a circle here. I don't know why, but on my all-time favorite movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
It's very charming though, because Babe the pig has to overcome adversity and find his own inner voice, right, and his own self-worth, and he can do this sheep herding thing for the good of the farm, for the good of his human, and saves the day. Just so happens to make the best. Yep.
And the best part is his voice. I think that's the best part, because they picked the perfect voice for that character. I mean, the voice was perfect, because you just knew that's how it would sound.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of remarkable too, because it's not animated, right? It's all live action. Right. Yeah. This is all live action filming, and so they film these animals and they give them voices later. And it's not like the animals talk.
Their mouths
to the
are
humans,
moving too,
right?
Right.
It's as the audience, you hear the dialogue between the different animals, and then the farmer's just kind of chilling and watching his pig do some stuff.
But then, there's a sad part. There's always a sad part in those animal movies. But thank goodness it wasn't. It was resolved.
Yep.
As a resolution of that sad. So. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's that.
Now, we do have to put an asterisk on the movie thing, I think, for you, Mom, because you don't really watch that many movies, right? You're not really a movie. Yeah.
I'm not a movie fan. No.
And it's more kind of, you enjoy more episodic television type content.
Correct.
Than for digital media, that kind of stuff.
I'm sorry to over talk you, but I will sit down and watch a movie now with my grandboys.
Oh yeah.
See?
But
those are animated, so again, not to animation or animals again. So
that's okay.
So it all comes full circle for me.
Yeah.
Of course, when I was a kid, Wizard of Oz was the main show every Thanksgiving. If you didn't sit down and watch Wizard of Oz, you knew you missed something in your life. So as a kid, that was really the movie that I watched. And that movie is as scary as it gets when you think about it. But every kid loves it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Brian told us. Brian told us that he watched
Brian said that was
Wizard of Oz every single day or whatever.
Yeah.
That's right.
Coming back from high school, watching Wizard of Oz, popping it on this.
Right. It's so good because I think everybody loves that movie. And if you don't love it, there's something about it that is interesting about you, I guess, if you think about it. Because that's a movie that's quite involved or something, when you think about it.
Yeah, it's a journey.
But,
Yeah.
It's a journey.
So,
Definitely is.
But you're right about movies. I'm not a movie watcher, pretty much.
Oh, that's okay though.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's similar to how my mom was too. We didn't watch movies all that much. I remember growing up, like she didn't have, but then now that she's watching more movies, I don't know if that's grandkid related or just
exactly right.
Just change.
Just more time to do it now, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you think about it that way, but so I don't know.
Yep.
I guess I don't like to sit that long either. I'm more of a little half-hour thing, and then I'm up doing something else, or I'm reading. I read a lot. I read a lot. I mean, I read a lot of books. So that's what I do more than watch TV.
Yep, that's good too.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing. Yeah.
Yep. So our next question then is, what do you remember being my favorite movie growing up?
Movie?
Yep.
Well, I have my notes here. I'm going to look
Okay,
at
well,
it.
prepared. Yep.
Perfect.
Yes, I have my homework notes. Well, I tell you what, the all-time movie. Can we go back just a stage before you watched movies?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I want to.
Sure.
This is what I was going to show you. This is okay.
Yeah. My
Okay,
mom
here we go.
teased
I
me
did
earlier
figure it
about
out.
some content here.
Yeah,
we're gonna have some
figure
live
this out.
reaction
Oh, all
content
right.
here.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, and this is. I think you'll recognize it. I gotta
Okay.
turn this up. I did figure it out. I'm not, like I said, for me to
Nice.
think technology is interesting. But okay, here
Let's
we go.
go.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Oh, turtles!
Oh.
Hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay.
did I watch that animated show then?
Oh, gosh.
As a kid, because I remember having the Ninja Turtles bike helmet.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah.
Pillow and the T-shirts and those little
Yes.
sword things they had in their hands. And you had you animated
These are
the
sort of things. Yeah.
yes. We have a video of you doing the song and everything. Oh, that was your main jam.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do you happen to remember which one was my favorite, or I guess which color? Because there was the blue one.
Blue, because you were
Blue,
Michelangelo was your dude. Yep.
I thought
Solid.
Michelangelo was orange, wasn't he?
I'm not looking at the picture
think-
here. I thought he was blue. Let me look.
I think
He's
Raphael
blue.
was red.
Look here. Can you see it?
Donatello, maybe? Oh, yeah. Yep. Raphael was purple. No. I don't know. Yep. But it was for
man.
sure the blue one.
Oh
I
man.
thought blue was Michelangelo.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had to
Donatello
in any
was
case-
the purple guy.
Yep.
Because he had the stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick.
So getting back to when you were a kid, that was, and that in Inspector Gadget. You used to watch
Oh,
Inspector
yes.
Gadget.
Oh
I watched
yes.
so much of that.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, let me see. I got that.
That's
and,
when
Power
it was
Rangers. You did Power
Spectre
Rangers.
Gadget and Muppet Babies.
Yeah.
I feel like those two were like
Yeah.
back to back.
Yeah.
On Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Nick Jr., right?
Yeah.
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 Now, I watched a little bit of Power Rangers, but Spenny here was a Power Rangers fanatic.
Man, I was obsessed.
You were the
I couldn't get
master?
enough.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember I joined the Power Rangers fan club, and I remember I got all the little gadgets, and I got the little paper plaque that said I was part of the fan club.
Nice.
And then I remember the Power Rangers came to Sioux Falls, and I went and got all the autographs, and I got to see Jason the Red Ranger, and I was just thought that was the coolest thing ever.
I didn't know they came to Sioux Falls. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was pretty obsessed. I mean, I still have all the toys. They're in a bin.
Oh man, those
So I
are
haven't got them out yet.
right?
Kids aren't big enough yet for that.
Oh yeah, when they'll get to play
Can't
with
wait.
them, you get to do it all over again. You get to play with them again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
I
Classic.
just remember how long I would wait for the Power Rangers the movie to come out. It was hyped for 4 years, and then finally it came out. And I just remember how long it was waiting for that.
Did you sit with it from the movie screen with your Power Ranger people and sit there? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it did. I mean,
You know it.
I was probably decked out.
You know.
I mean, there's a Christmas picture that my parents have, and I'm wearing a Power Rangers outfit for
nice.
Christmas. So, everyone else is dressed up in they're a band or dance or cheerleading, and I'm in a Power Rangers outfit. So,
That's epic.
That is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good stuff. You just can't beat this
Yep.
kind of stuff.
Yep.
Oh.
yeah,
Your kids are going to have good stories when you tell them.
yeah, that's
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, was there something that we watched together a lot, Ma?
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you what, we watched. Okay. This is blast from the past, but I'm surprised this movie even is still running because we probably shredded it. We watched it so many times. And this is one movie I did watch over and over again because it is funny. But Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure.
Yes.
We watched that
I knew it.
so many times.
I knew it.
Paging Mr. Herman.
Yes.
Mr. Herman, you have a telephone call on line 1.
Yes. And then you remember when she was the semi and that lady. Yeah, we used to stop it right there so we could see what it looked like when it was.
That was all claymation stuff.
yeah.
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 Oh man.
Yeah. That was.
If anyone-
I remember that. Yeah,
Oh.
go ahead, Jed.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that, or I hoped you were going to say that, because
Yeah.
that movie, for anyone who doesn't know what this is, Pee Wee Herman was this child. Was it on PBS or was it on that kind of
It was
Pee Wee's
on.
Playhouse?
Yeah, it was on that. Yeah, like that. A kids channel, whatever
Yeah.
that would be then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he had this show, and then there was this feature-length movie about him on an adventure. This is called Pee Wee's Big Adventure, and basically it's about he has this prized possession bicycle that's completely ridiculous. It has rocket boosters and whatnot, and
Yes.
and he goes to town to shop for some supplies at this magic store, getting fake
Naturally.
ears and Google eyes and stuff. And he comes but his bike is so precious to him that he has to chain it up 20 trillion times on this thing, and then some homie just comes and snips the lock and just takes it away. And so his bicycle is gone, and he goes on this cross-country tour that he ends up in Hollywood, basically, because this saga of this bicycle is such that it gets sold to a Hollywood studio for some production, and then he walks on stage and steals it, and then has to escape and gets caught, and then they make a movie about his life, and it's played by Burt Reynolds, and this magic bicycle becomes this top secret government agent motorcycle, and
And the thing is they hitchhike all the way to California.
Yeah, right.
right, yeah. Oh man, I love that movie.
So that one we watched.
I definitely remember us watching that.
Yes, yeah, right.
Yeah.
We watched Mr. Mom a lot. Too.
Yep.
Mr. Mom was another.
Oh
favorite.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And of course, Star Trek for you. That was another thing that was your jam. So.
Of course. I mean, I wrote a high school commencement speech centered around Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you started it. Klingon, or whatever it is called. Klingon language.
No, I started by saying Stardate 23 point whatever.
Yeah. I just ran across that the other day in your book.
Really?
Yep. I saved it. Your speech.
Ooh,
It's in your book.
almost.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can stand to read that
You
or
need
not.
to stand up and read it again.
Or read it for the podcast.
Yeah.
That could be a
You
cold
should.
open.
I'll find the he story,
she
and then you can
story.
read
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You guys can be like authors.
Yeah, audiobooks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, one of the other things I thought you were going to mention, Mom, is it's not a movie, but it's something we watched all of in entirety several times. But Golden Girls.
Oh, I
Right.
have that down here. I didn't know if you
Okay,
that was mine.
yep.
See, I put
Yep.
that down as mine because
Oh,
I still
yeah.
watch it. I still watch
Yep.
it to this day. But
Yep.
yeah, Golden Girls
And-
that's a
Yep.
classic forever. There's nothing else you can say about that. And you know what's really weird? It was done in the 80s and it's still relevant. That's what's so weird
It's still
about it.
funny.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
So good.
We actually throw it up from time to time if there's nothing else going on, or if there's we're waiting for the news to
Yeah,
start
is
or
that
something.
on Laugh? Is that on Laugh TV?
No, it's on
Is that when you
Hulu.
flip it on.
Here it's on Hallmark. Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing is I think every family that watched it, I think all of them think they're related to those people. You know what I mean? You can all relate to them as an aunt or a
Yeah,
cookie
for
grandma
sure.
or something like
Yeah.
that. You know, because they were all, the characters all kind of covered
For sure.
everything of family members.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's right.
So good.
And that's why I call you Ma, or refer to you as Ma, because
Yes.
of that show.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been doing that for
one thing I was gonna
20
mention,
years or
as far as-
something.
Yeah. As far as TV goes here, Jordan, if you recall, it was interesting in this household as you guys were growing up because we were a Nielsen family.
Oh yeah.
So we had to have a box on every TV.
Oh,
and check
man.
in every time you watched. And if you had a friend come over, they had to have a number and you had to punch them in. And then if you didn't punch everybody in, there was some kind of flashing lights and stuff. And they recorded everything.
Yeah,
you
I just
watched.
remember it was always flashing
It was
lights.
always
There was
flashing when
always
you guys came
flashing
over.
lights.
Yep.
Because everybody forgot to punch in, you know.
We're just so
TV
fed up
watching
with it.
was,
Yeah.
selective here because I thought if I'm going to have an impact on what's shown, I'm going to pick
Yep.
what I want to watch, right? So that's how the
Yep.
kids got to watch very little. They got to watch Inspector Gadget and that kind of stuff. I said,
Yep.
I'm going to make a difference, and that's kind of how that all played out. But
Yep.
so we had kind of an interesting growing up years for them because they didn't get to watch what a lot of kids got to watch because I wouldn't allow it.
Yep.
So
Yep. Whatever. I mean, whatever was on
Doing
Nick
it back
and
to
stuff.
ratings.
yeah, yeah, if there
Huge
was
impact
anything-
on the ratings,
You know, the one
especially
show-
when no one punched
Yeah.
in, right?
Exactly. And then if you didn't, they would remind you, hey,
Yeah.
And then if you at night, if you didn't do enough punching in or something, they would give you a warning, Eventually, it just kind of got to be a pain because really, and we were on it for
Yeah.
so long.
Oh, so many years.
Yeah.
So
and you know how
it's
that
just so
happened?
random.
That lady just showed up at the door and said, "We've been
Yeah.
watching you." We were the only house in South Dakota that was on it on Nielsen those years. We were the South Dakota
What?
family.
Yeah.
Picked. Now she said, "We've been watching your house to see who lives here," and that's how we got picked. I'm like, how I let her in, I'll never know. At this day and age, I wouldn't let anybody in, but that was weird. I just let her right in the house. Come on
We've
in.
been watching you.
Yeah, we've been watching
She came
what
in-
she said.
She came in with like a fruitable arrangement or some type of gift basket,
Big
right?
a plant and a big bag of toys
Okay.
for you guys to entice you guys to want to do it. That's kinda
Toys.
how
I remember.
Gosh.
Yeah, I remember if we punched in for every quarter or something, there were
Yeah.
some prizes or whatever. And it was a
pick
lunchbox
a
and
prize.
some stuff that would break
yeah, it was just,
immediately.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
so that did
yeah.
have a difference to how we watch TV here than a lot of people. So just had to bring
Yeah.
that up because I don't even know, if people understand how that Nielsen thing works, but they do. It actually is real. It is real.
It is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's proof of it.
True.
We did it for
Living
7 years
testament
or
right
something.
here.
No, all
And,
your growing up years, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
It
just
was
nuts.
ridiculous. Yeah, but anyway. Oh, another thing
Yeah.
too is you and I spent a lot of time reading.
Yes.
Reading to you.
Yes.
So that was another thing that we didn't.
Yeah, we
watch
did that.
TV, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went through a lot of books.
Oh, yeah. The Animorphs. Did you read the Animorphs, Spencer? That series?
Nope, I did not read
I'm
Animorphs.
pretty sure I'm the only one out of my friends group that read the Animorphs, and they all made fun of me for it.
Oh. Oh, my favorite thing of all. It was a
To be expected.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Too bad.
True.
Yeah,
If you guys should have read it, then you would have known.
that's right. You guys are missing out.
Good.
That's
I
probably
still
on
have
us.
Yeah, I still have the whole series here. Yeah.
Yep.
So when Jordan ever has time to read them, he can have them back.
There you go. You can relive.
Get a truckload of them.
Yeah, just start reading them again. But yeah, we did a lot of reading, not so much TV watching around here.
Yep. That's good though. That's good. Yeah. Can you think of any stories about Spenny and I at all growing up?
Well, I guess I was going to bring something up because I was just going to have you relate the story of how, when you took our tandem bicycle somewhere, that the wheels were all bent
Oh,
out
yeah.
when you came home and unrideable. That was the story I was going to ask you.
Okay.
Okay.
What I think.
Well, so
Okay. Yeah.
I was going to say that I just remember I think it was the first time we took it was us going up Holly and going towards like the high school. And just, I remember that car, we almost got hit by a car.
Oh, for sure.
And
Yep.
like, we didn't know how to drive it.
Yep.
And all of a sudden the car was coming at us and we're like, and trying to
man.
swerve out of the way
Yep.
and coming back and thought we were dead, for sure dead.
Oh yeah.
But if we bent the wheels, I'm pretty sure that we popped tires on our friend Alan's parents' bike too. On the tandem.
gravel, right?
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, the parent tandems didn't survive.
Apparently we are very
us.
good with the tandem bikes.
Well, I think the specific story was, well, this would have been in college, right? Or after high school, I think. Because, we would ride it sometimes as kids.
Yeah.
Or when we were still in high school.
I don't remember the story about us bending the wheels.
I'm pretty sure it was
So this
when
is
a
great.
bunch of us went to Big Sioux Rec and played Frisbee golf.
That's exactly
okay.
what
And-
had happened. You went down, you were trying to jump a hill or something. Jump a ramp or something.
Well, there also happened to be
Doesn't
a group
sound like
of,
us. Never would do that.
Yeah, there also happened to be a group. Well, Bryan was there, and then several of our other friends were there, and we took this big. We're 22 years old, and the big bicycle group gang rolling around through Brandon, and to go play frisbee golf, and yeah, I don't remember what happened.
Well, I think
I honestly don't.
You know that when you first go in the park, you go down there's that big hill right there, and you went down that really hill, and you come up kind of sharp, and I think you're trying to jump up the hill or something. I don't know, but you kind of related that kind of story. But anyway, it came home all busted up.
Well, I'm sorry. I honestly, I remember everything except for, I guess, breaking it.
Yeah, that's what, that's why I was trying to think of where we broke the bike.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's one of the stories that comes to mind. But
Yeah.
another story that comes to mind was your 16th birthday party with that pie fight.
Oh, yeah. I walk out in the backyard and Spenny runs up to me and throws a whipped cream pie in my face. And and then there were
Several.
a dozen or so people
There's
there,
dozens,
right?
yeah.
And then that was the scavenger hunt.
Yes,
Right?
and the scavenger hunt after that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, because we could all drive. And
And disposable
had
cameras.
to go-
I told you you had to go.
or no,
make a
Polaroids.
list.
Polaroids.
Polaroids.
It was
yeah.
Polaroids, right? Yeah. Where did you get
Yes.
those? How did you even have
I don't know
those?
where I even bought those, but y'all had one. You
Yeah.
had a disposable, and you went.
That's sweet. Yeah, that was fun.
You had to go take pictures and make sure you did there.
Yeah.
Went there.
Yeah.
And then you came home and we came all getting back here, and you
Yep.
showed your pictures. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
No, that was
fun.
great.
Yeah, I remember that. That was one of the coolest things.
Yeah, it was fun.
that scavenger hunt was awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys were all in trash bags to protect
Yep.
your clothes,
Put trash
and
bags
I
on
was.
you. And plastic shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I was just covered in whipped cream.
Nothing.
It smelled so bad for the rest of that day.
That was what you had to what might happen is how you might think afterwards. Later on. Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? I mean, we didn't want to give it away.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Show
it was perfect.
Yeah,
bag.
it was a great surprise. He had no idea. You just slammed him in the face. He was like, "What the?"
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was good. Well, anyway, that was funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Cub Scouts, of course, that was always fun. Cub Scouts was a great time, too. Lots of field trips.
No.
For sure. Random camping in the winter in South Dakota and Yankton or something, right?
Did you go on that trip where it was like you took a dog sled, but you had to pull it? Like as our troop?
Yeah, it was called Yukon Trail or something.
Parents were leading.
Right? Wasn't it called?
Yeah, but I just remember.
Yeah.
Down in, where was it? Down, I don't know.
I think it was Yankton, but wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like in the middle of winter, and like all these kids you get bundled up, and you go to like different like tasks and stuff.
Yeah,
little camps. I just remember that. Apparently, I didn't wear enough clothes. I remember Alan's
a little chilly.
Parents had to basically dress me with all their extra clothes. But then we all took it all off because we were getting so hot.
Yeah,
that thing.
Just
just random.
So good, huh?
Yeah.
You didn't get your preparedness badge.
I didn't get
be prepared.
I didn't get that badge.
No. I guess that's right. We weren't in the same Cub Scout group, den, or whatever. Were we?
Maybe not.
I think we converged towards later on. I think we were. It was Alan's folks, and then us, and then after a few years, I think we converged to be as one big group, didn't we, or something?
The Weeblos?
That might be it.
Yeah, I think so. Because, I think we were more together than when we met at Valley Springs at the VFW or something, right? For the camp.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It's so good. I mean, those are such good times because that was back then. Things were pretty simple. You just kind of got to be kids.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
That was the best.
I just had an image flash through my head about I remember it being a big thing about collecting dues, right?
Yeah.
And so each den had to make their own little piggy bank, essentially. And wasn't ours, it was a Pringles, man. The legs and arms were made out of Pringles, and it was a cereal box or something, and some type of head.
I remember that,
And
the Pinewood Derbies, those were always so much fun, too, making your cars and pine woods. Yeah.
Yep.
That's good stuff. I wonder if they still do that.
Second place 2 years in a row.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. They do still do it? Well, that's good. I'm glad, because that's good. You got second place 2 years in a row?
Second place 2 years in a row.
Hey, nice.
The first year, the kid that won first cheated.
Oh.
He took off, or he changed his weights or something after the weigh-in, and then cheated.
That's not
and
good Cub Scout manners.
No.
Yeah. Well,
it's not what it's all about.
I mean, to be fair, none of us made it past Cub Scouts because we didn't walk across the bridge. So, and once we hit Webelos, we were done.
Well, I remember going towards the end of that Webelo year, I remember maybe a few of us went to see what a Boy Scouts meeting was like.
Yeah.
Walked in the room, and it was just a bunch of homies tying knots. I was like, what?
Really?
Come on.
That sounds a little
that's what Jad does in his free time now. He's just trying to relive it.
So I think that was it for me. I didn't want to just do knots. Yeah.
Well, you know what? That might not be such a bad idea. If you ever need to make a raft or something, you could know your knots.
Yeah.
Yep.
Know
the knots.
Your raft and hit the river.
Yep. That's right.
Knots and adenium magnets. Probably in your survival kit.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! Right? So good.
Are you referring to the story from the previous episode?
Yeah.
Okay. That actually hasn't released yet, so I guess it will have released. Yeah. So for you, Ma, to hear it. You are. So the listening audience will have heard this story, but you'll have to wait until this next episode comes out, Ma. But basically, I told a 10-minute story that had no point, and it was super boring. And involved magnets, and so
Oh, okay.
this will keep you on the edge of
Can't
your
wait.
seats. On the edge of your seat, yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
sweating up thinking about it. Can't wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, any other? What? You have anything left on your homework sheet there? Did we cover it all?
My homework sheet is good. Yeah.
Awesome.
I do have a typical
Yeah,
day
that's awesome.
that you might. Jordan knows it.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if I should tell it because it's probably not funny to everybody else. But it was actually. Anyway, maybe
That's all right.
that can be.
No,
like
I mean
this.
you're here.
Nobody will care, but I'll try to make
No.
it short.
I mean, Jad told a story about magnets, so I think he
Told
can
a
be
10-minute
anything.
story about a magnet, so
Okay, I'll try.
we
to
need
make this-
we need a typical day here. So go. The floor is
Yeah,
yours.
sure.
Okay. Well, as I mentioned before, I'm a total animal lover, so this will make sense when you hear the story of how it all played out. But anyway, we were dog sitting a little Shih Tzu that had kind of been. The owner had died, and it was kind of a misplaced little pup dog. And we were dog sitting it for some people, and then we had gone to a birthday party in the afternoon. Now this day was just the rain was coming like in gushes and buckets, right? Just gushing down all day long. So it's really wet out anyway. Well, anyway, we left the dogs in the house and we went to this birthday party, and I was dressed up to this party. We get home and come in the house, and then I realized that I forgot something outside. So I opened up the door, and this little Shih Tzu dog runs. Right now, we have two other dogs. We have two golden retrievers. We have Rascal, who's our older dog, and then we have Ginger, who's the younger pup. Right? Okay. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the Shih Tzu takes off running. Now she's fast because she's her Shih Tzu and she's small. So I'm now running after her. So we run, and Spencer, our street. So I was running towards Bryan Elementary.
Yeah.
So, I was running up. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the dog is running fast, and I take off after it. Now it's gushing rain. And then I realized that Rascal is right by my side. She took off with me. So she's trying to help me with this chase, Now, so we're running up the sidewalk, and the other dog, the pup, looks out. She's still standing in the door because she knows this is not a good idea. I'm not even going to try to go with that. So she stays home, and Rascal and I are on the chase for Polly was the little dog. So I'll use Polly now as her name. So those big pine trees at Bryan Elementary on the street side or right in front of the school?
Yeah.
Okay, so she gets up in there, right? And she's weaving around in between the trees, and I'm going one way, and Rascal's going the other, and we're trying to weave around in these trees, and we're trying to get her, and then clearly we're not making. Rascal's trying to help me, and she takes off towards the school and the playground, right? So I take off towards the school and the playground, and unfortunately, now this is where it gets a little, where it might be kind of weird to hear, but I probably should have maybe gone to the bathroom before I went. So you can about imagine now I'm running, and thank God it was raining, right? Because
already wet.
So now you don't know what's happening, but anyway, so I'm still running out of the dog, right? Anyway, you can use your imagination there. But anyway, so I'm still running after the dog. Now we get by the playground, but we're going, and there's that between the next street and the school, there's that little alleyway. Well, there's so many mud puddles and stuff in this area because it's not grass, it's just mud. So Polly runs around the mud puddle, and she stops right on the other side of it. So I'm on this side of the puddle, she's on the other side of the puddle. It's big. Puddle's big. And so she stopped, and I thought, great, I'll just reach out and grab her, right? Well, unfortunately, I slip in the mud, and you guessed it, big old belly flop, right face down in this mud puddle. Splash, right? I mean, it's covered from head to toe in mud, right? So I'm thinking, wow, this ought to be good. So then now the dog runs again. Now she's running through this alley and up a different street. So here I am chasing her full of mud, soaking wet, dog's still running, Rascal's still helping me chase her. We get up to Holly, that's a busy street, and I'm thinking, oh no, she's going to run out. There's so much traffic. She's going to run across there, and so I run out there, stopping traffic, to get across the street, but she's still running, get over in the church parking lot, and she stops. Dead stops. I think she was completely exhausted. So I just stopped too, and I was just looking at her in the eye, and she was looking me in the eye. And we just kept her from that day on, and she lived almost 20 years old, and she died in my arms about a year ago.
Oh, jeez.
Right? That's my typical day. So that would be a typical day for me with animals, because I would chase the dog around the world if I thought I would keep it safe.
Yeah.
So anyway,
definitely.
That's my little typical day story.
Yep, that's a good one.
Just trying to make you earn it. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. This day, to me, it's hilarious because it had to look like a crazy person running around out there anyway.
Well, and you said you were in your nice clothes, right? Because you're at that party and you're all full of mud.
All just covered in mud. I mean, from my face, everything, hair, all of it was just like a crazy person. And what I was doing out in the mud, probably people thought. And if anybody looked up, they probably thought, oh my goodness, they probably closed the shades. It's probably one of those things we're not going to get involved with that. So anyway, that was my typical day for me.
That's awesome.
But that's
a good one.
Yes, for me. I'm kind of a quirky gal anyway. So anyway, thanks for letting me
great.
do that, though.
Well, that's our first guest typical day. So
thanks for sharing it.
Yeah.
You're the first. That was a good one.
Wow.
You're the first.
I've made
Yeah.
the maiden voyage on that for the visitor.
Yep.
Oh.
History.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me do that.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
This was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much, Lori.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This
was good seeing you.
Great fun. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
might have to have you on again.
Yep.
Future date.
Really? I get to be on again? Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Give me the topic. I'll do my homework.
Yep. We'll think of something to some kind of special again.
Okay.
Yep.
And hopefully this is the first of many specials with guests. Yep. So stay tuned. We're working. Another one is in the works. Spenny and I are working on that.
Yep.
In the background. So.
Oh, is that going to be exciting too?
Well,
we sure hope so.
I sure hope it's not lame.
Oh boy, I'm really excited.
Sure hope not.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you to both Peri and Lori, our moms, for joining. Thank you for listening if you made it this far. And if you have typical days of your own. Yeah.
Just they tuned out before they heard the whole show. Okay.
You never know. We don't have any metrics about
you never know.
listenership. So all we know is that there have been downloads. We don't know if there's been any listens.
Oh.
So that's an assumption on our parts.
It is on the hopeful side of that. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm sure they're listening. I listen every week, so.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I like all the funny stories.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Along. You know what's funny about it is because I know you guys so well, so it's like reliving it all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, we have plenty of stories to tell. So.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
You two are
shortage.
You are a special duo.
Yep.
You both have smiling eyes, and that's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we have almost 30 years of history.
Yep.
So
that's really good.
It's been good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure your listeners.
It's 27 years, Dad.
27.
Remember,
oh, that's right. You did the math. You did the math.
The old math major over there didn't do the math.
That's 3 times 9.
Might be 28 now because we've aged up. But
that's right.
Anyways.
Okay. Well, if you have any typical days of your own, or if you want to reach out to us, please email us at boys@ascension10.com. As always, links are in the description. And until next time, thanks for listening. Oh, you got something there? We'll sign off.
Go ahead.
No,
that was it. Yep.
All right.
Go ahead, finish it off.
All right. On the behalf of Spenny and my ma, Lori, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Ascension to 10.